wanted to have a more personal response to the follower who said saying sounds while she wrote is what made her hate learning. And I think that that is a risk that we need to work really hard to avoid. So it's easy for us to constantly have this catchy phrase, say sounds while you write. But if you really look into Rooted in Language, you discover that there are a lot of pieces to how we work with kids and teach learning that is not just that we're pushing this activity. So one of our key principles is no one learns to swim by drowning. And another key principle is that we always work to a level of success. And I think some of the responses where people were describing how they modify and how they move slowly through the process, we want to always be working to a level of success. And I think that a struggling learner is always, I shouldn't say always, but most struggling learners don't want to lean into that struggle. It's just kind of human nature that we want to avoid things that don't make us feel good about ourselves, right? So we're happy to do the kinds of activities that come easy to us and that we're strong in, and that, you know, our interests can kind of get down this path of things that we just feel this level of success with. But when you are experiencing any sense of failure, it can lead to lots of feelings of trauma. And I know I've done some podcasts in the past, you know, this struggle that I had because I had a lot of coordination issues and weakness, inherent kind of core weakness. And I would hurt myself when I would try to exercise and things like that. So did that mean I shouldn't do core exercises? Shouldn't exercise at all? I should avoid exercise in all ways because it makes me feel this tremendous sense of failure. And worse, I might sustain an injury. Or do I need to really work hard to find a method that allows me to have success in small, tiny increments? And I think that is so key, this idea of small, tiny increments. There's a saying, and I want to quote it soon. I need to share it with Maura so she can share it and give credit to the person who said it, that it's better to be successful, like have, embarrassingly small goals that you actually achieve than really admirable goals that you never reach. And in a way, I needed to have these kind of embarrassingly small goals that I could achieve so that I could do the kind of work that ultimately I needed to do. And I think that this is true of our struggling learner. Like, it's easy to see things in the physical realm, but it's hard to see it in the learning realm, that this is why we call things laying a path. We know where we want kids to get in their reading and writing. All of us have that vision for our kids, our own children and our students. But what we need to do is lay one tiny stone in the path at a time and let there be this success and give the kind of support that kids need. Because it doesn't feel good, it's scary, and we don't want to be leading to feelings of trauma. What we want instead is that you can be successful. And the one thing we say over and over again, and I cannot say it enough, is that when we let kids avoid reading and writing, ultimately there's still trauma because they feel really bad about themselves that they never achieved a skill that their peers have achieved. And instead, we want to avoid trauma but be as nurturing, but moving along a path enough, because ultimately they're going to feel better about themselves about whatever they can do. I mean, would you still want to pick me for your soccer team? You would not. But I feel better about what I can do now. And I'm a healthier, happier person because of it. And that's ultimately what we want for every struggling learner. Not just, hey, don't worry about it, just listen to audiobooks, just do speech to text when you have to write, just avoid, 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 avoid. No. What we want is, this is a key that's going to help you, but it's going to be hard. And I'm going to help you. And we're going to do a little bit at a time. And I wish you'd had that in your past. I'm sorry that you didn't. But that's what we really want for kids going forward.